The sum of two numbers is negative 26, and one number is 12 less than the other. So since we don't know what the two numbers are, let's call them x and y. They're different numbers, so we got to give them different letters. And the sum of the two numbers, that means we add them together, is negative 26. So we've put all these words into, all that information is contained in that red equation that we have right there. One of the numbers, doesn't matter which one, could be x, could be y, one of the numbers is 12 less than the other. Now remember, this is not the right way to write 12 less than something. We learned that 12 less than something, you got to subtract the 12 away from it. So it comes in a different order than how we read it. So this is one number is 12 less than another number. So now we got a system of equations, and this particular system is set up to use something called the substitution method, because we know what x is. X is y minus 12. So instead of x in my red equation, I'm going to put y minus 12 in its place. And then I'm going to copy down the rest of the red equation. And now it's an equation with just one letter. That's something I can solve. A y plus a y, they're both on the same side. They're both on the left side of the equals. So y plus y makes 2y. And then we're trying to get y by itself, so let's add 12 to both sides. And then still trying to get y by itself. This is 2 times y equals negative 14. So divide 2 from both sides. Y is negative 7. And now we know what y is. We can plug that back in to find out what x is. And if you do that, negative 7 minus 12, that makes negative 19. So there's our two answers, our two numbers. The sum of two numbers is negative 26. Well, negative 19 plus negative 7, that makes negative 26. And one number is 12 less than the other. That's true. If you take negative 7, subtract 12 from it, it makes negative 19. So those are our two answers. Okay, let's check out another one. Oh, well, I guess I just deleted that whole problem. The perimeter of a rectangle is 60. So a perimeter is found by taking 2 of the lengths plus 2 of the widths. And we're told this perimeter is 60. Right? A perimeter means how long is it, like how many yards would a string have to be to stretch all around the outside of a rectangle? Well, you got to add 2 of those long pieces plus 2 of those wide pieces. And they say the length is 10 more than the width. And just like the last problem, we are set up for substitution. We can replace L with 10 plus W. Just careful when you replace L, just make sure to put 10 plus W in parentheses. Okay, so now we can distribute the 2. 2 times 10 makes 20. 2 times W makes 2W. And now we can combine the like terms in the left side of the equals. We can subtract 20 from both sides. And then divide both sides by 4. So W equals 10. That's our width. And our length would be 10 plus 10. So our length is 20. Mitchell currently sells stoves for Company A at a salary of $12,000 plus a $150 commission for each stove he sells. So here I've got an equation going, and my S's aren't so good. The salary is $12,000 plus $150 for every stove. That would be another S. Let's call that X. X is the number of stoves. Okay, so check out this equation. The salary is $12,000 if he sells nothing, right? If X equals 0. But if he sells one stove, he gets $150 for that one stove. So add that to his base salary. That makes $12,150. Or if he sells 2 stoves, we do 2 times 150, then add that. So this equation represents the salary for Company A. Same type of thing for Company B. The salary is, except $24,000, better starting salary, but a smaller slope. The rate of increase is only $50 for each stove sold. How long will it take until the options are equal to each other? We know this one eventually will be better. If we were to sell 1 billion stoves, this one's better because it has a higher slope. It will catch up and surpass Company B. But a good idea is to find the break-even point. You know, how many stoves do I have to sell in order to be equal to these two companies? So what we do is we set them equal to each other. Instead of S, I'm going to put 24,000 plus 50x in its place. And now we have an equation to solve. You can subtract, oh, get out of here, subtract 50x from both sides. That way we have just one letter x going on. And then subtract 12,000 from both sides. So it leaves us with 12,000 equals 100x. And in order to get x by itself, we got to divide 100 from both sides. So x equals 120. At 120 stoves sold, the two are equal to each other.